Comprehensive, detailed explanation of table-driven testing in Go. This mind map outlines table-driven testing, a popular testing pattern in Go. Below is a comprehensive breakdown of the key concepts and benefits. 1. What is table-driven testing? Table-driven testing is a pattern that allows you to test multiple inputs and outputs using a single test function. A table of inputs and outputs. Test cases are defined in a structured table format, typically a slice of structs. Executes multiple test cases. A single test function iterates through all the rows test cases in the table. Iteration with loops. Each test case is processed using a loop, making the code cleaner and avoiding duplication. This approach is ideal for testing a function's behavior under a variety of input conditions. 2. Why is table-driven testing commonly used? 1. Reduces code duplication. Instead of writing separate test functions, table-driven testing allows you to test multiple scenarios using shared logic. 2. Improves readability and maintainability. Test cases are organized in a clear table format, making them easy to read, update, or expand. 3. Simplifies edge case testing. Edge cases can be included in the table with minimal effort, ensuring comprehensive test coverage. 4. Encourages test-driven development. Test cases can be defined up front, aligning with TDD principles to write tests before implementation. 5. Scales well. Table-driven testing efficiently handles many input-output combinations without increasing complexity. 3. How table-driven testing works. 1. Define a table. Use a slice of structs where each struct represents a single test case, including inputs, expected outputs, and a descriptive test name. 2. Iterate through the table. Use a loop, e.g. for loop, to process each test case sequentially. 3. Validate results. Compare the actual output of the function being tested with the expected output from the test case table. 4. Use subtests. Use t.run to create subtests for each test case. Subtests improve test reporting and help identify which specific test case failed. 4. Example use cases. Table-driven testing is widely applicable across different scenarios, including 1. Functions with multiple input-output combinations, ideal for functions that require multiple inputs and return values. 2. Edge case testing. Test unusual or boundary inputs, e.g. 0, negative numbers, or empty strings. 3. Data transformations. Verify that data is processed correctly under different conditions. 4. Validation logic. Ensure input validation functions behave as expected for valid and invalid inputs. 5. Benefits of table-driven testing. 1. Cleaner and more concise tests. Test logic is shared, reducing duplication and making the tests more maintainable. 2. Easier to identify failing test cases. Subtests, t.run, provide clear reporting, allowing developers to pinpoint which test case failed. 3. Simplifies adding new test scenarios. Adding new test cases is as simple as appending a new row to the test case table. Summary. Table-driven testing in Go is a powerful and efficient way to test multiple inputs and outputs. By using a structured table, iterating through test cases, and validating results, developers can write cleaner, more maintainable tests. This approach simplifies testing edge cases, encourages best practices like TDD, and scales effectively as test coverage grows.